Welcome to this session, and well done on having lasted until so late in the afternoon. This session has the maximum number of speakers, so as chair, I'll have to be absolutely brutal in keeping you to time, and the same will carry through to our questions and comments. So without much further ado, could I invite Ranjan, Kumar, Datta?
I will introduce myself throughout my presentation.
Wow.
No. So, who I am, first question, and why and what I am doing. I would like to acknowledge that I came from TD6 territory, maybe homeland, and also I am here in another indigenous land in Vancouver. I would like to acknowledge the Dr. Habiba Jaman for inspiration in inviting me and giving me this opportunity. I'm so grateful. And I born in a minority family where actually we had I lost my father and I lost my land. Several times we have been displaced from our land. I have been grew up in a way to understanding racism is okay. I have to justify racism because I born in minority. So we had a connection with the land because we knew from my mom that land is our parents. Land is our God. Every morning when we used to get up from morning, we used to pray to the land. And when we go to the sleeping, we used to go with praying the land. So land in a way is more than my mom. So my mom used to say, I will not be here someday, but land relationship with the land. And this separation has started from my bachelor degree. I studied in Norway, USA, in Canada. And I got interdisciplinary education to understanding about my sociology, anthropology, and environmental sustainability, to understanding who I am. But all that through, I didn't actually get opportunity to know who I am. When I came to the University of Saskatchewan, I was very fortunate to know indigenous scholar, to various indigenous scholars, took that critical anti-racism course, land-based education, decolonization, and gave me empowerment to speak about the injustice. This is the first time I had an opportunity to make the relationship with the moon and the land. That moon and land that always will be with me. And I found the relationship after a long time. And I got empowered in a way, telling, no, injustice, always injustice. I have to speak about injustice. So I have been involved with Ideal No More movement, pipeline, standing rock movement, minority movement. I have been working with the indigenous community and minority community. Because the building relationship with all of you is about empowering not only me, not only talking about the indigenous people in Canada or Bangladesh, it's talking about my rights, your rights. So within relationship, we all are we. Not I'm Bengali, you are Indian. We have to think about the concept about how we think about we. So the community garden, when I was international student in Norway, USA, even in Canada. When I used to go to the store, I have to look about which one are the cheapest food. What is that? Doesn't matter, it's junk food, fresh food, whatever. I couldn't afford it. I cannot feed my children the food because of the lack of money or poverty. So I was thinking the relationship has lost, and I got the understanding of decolonization, anti-racist education. We started the community garden with 10 community plots from 2 different countries. In 2013, it became 40 with 10 different countries. In 2014, so it was 12, 2014, it became 16 with 15 different countries. First Nation, Indigenous, Refugee, and also Caucasian. In 2016, it became 120 community garden plots with 28 different countries. So what does the meaning of community garden? Because it gave me the opportunity to build relationship from the road that I lost from my childhood. So I used relational theoretical framework for this. What is the relational theoretical framework? Relational theoretical framework, in my other article I explained. Relational theoretical framework means we do not see you as other. We see, according to Edward Said, that we as a we, because once we see as a other, that means we have power to explain what others, explain what the others' identity. The second concept we borrowed from the indigenous scholar Sean Wilson, about everything is relational. Even my computer, my dress, the weather, moon, sun, rock, everything we are connected. Once we are connected, we become responsible for each other. The third concept is from the Levi-Strauss anthropologist. He talks about all myth, all traditional knowledge are scientific knowledge. Because this has been successful for 1,000 years. Why don't you call it science? If we cannot recognize the traditional knowledge or myth or scientific knowledge, this is our science problem, not the traditional knowledge problem. So, relational theoretical framework is all these concepts is connected each other. So I use blanket exercise. Blanket exercise is a method that we understand the colonial history from other perspective, indigenous perspective, those who have been living from their land from 1,000 years. To understanding what is the Canada mean to them, what is their relationship with the land, how the British came here, or other people came here, how the genocide has been started. So blanket exercise help us to understanding this historical in different way. I use art-based research activities, storytelling, commonplace book. By the way, this research is participatory action research because I am not in this research, not researcher. I am the participant. At the same time, we are the researcher. That's why my family has a lot of contribution. We together, not only one family, all family from different culture, but within one diverse culture, we try to create hybrid identity. A fluid identity you are talking about, the relational. But we also understand that we have our own culture, that we have a relationship with our land. So, what is the community garden and intercultural activities? I'm going to talk about the three main concepts. The first, this community garden to help us to understanding what is the meaning of decolonization or reconciliation, build the relationality and develop sense of community. First, I would like to actually start with one of my work with the Dani First Nation community in Fond du Lac. One of indigenous elders and student from that I was presenting last year, talking about we are not human. When you're talking about the identity, we have to understand what is the meaning of identity of human. So are we better than the other human being or other beings? What about our religious says? What our spirituality says? According to indigenous elders, we are not human from the scientific sense that we are better than the other beings. We are equal. We are in the circle, not the pyramid system. And we are within the circle. Human is one of the entity. And if we are one of the entity, we shouldn't make differentiation between you, us, or they. We all are we. So, First Nation student says, we are not human, but we are the First Nation. The First Nation sense of human being, that means is everything. That means is carabao, lake, star, plane, moon, everything means human. So we are talking about, fighting about identity, about Bengali, Indian, but actually, oh yeah, think about the relationship with the land that we have, see every morning, sun, moon, are they different? Think more we perspective. So, indigenous elders, they come to our community garden. We have lots of culture from different countries. We have different understanding of who we are, our education, science, environment, social science, sociology. Indigenous elders, they come to our garden, explain how they understand and what is the meaning of decolonization for them. So we have opportunity to understanding from the first-hand indigenous elder and knowledge holder in our community garden. So indigenous, this is the one of the knowledge holder and also knowledge holder and elder talking about the indigenous, our immigrant people, refugee people. So we are the centering in the indigenous knowledge because so that we can create the belongingness, we can find the root that we have lost. This is the blanket exercise to explaining the how story in different perspectives. 150 years celebration. what to do to reversing 150-year colonization in Canada. So that we also not only speaking the indigenous people, we also can speak our rights in Canada and how we can speak those rights. And it's all about responsibility. As one of participants said, we all have responsibility. But I would say this is the political stand, that which stand we should take. There is lots of culture, it's called multiculture, which is important. Because multicultural, we are talking about equal. Are we Bengali people are equal to the white people? Think about, when we think about equalization, I would say equity, because we are not equal. We need more political support than the other white culture. Indigenous people need more support than the white culture. It's not equality, it's about equity. So what we have learned from the indigenous people, decolonization or reconciliation skill. So I borrowed from the Japanese Chapola's Facebook to understanding who I am. Why do we live in Canada? What does that decolonization mean to us? All this question, to ask this question is to understanding self, to creating the belongingness, to understand the identity, so that our identity should not get lost. So indigenous people says empowerment is the relational practice with the land. Once we understand the relationship with the land, we understand who we are. We have children get the opportunity to play with the birds, butterfly, the ladybirds in the community garden. Children, you see the building relationship with the land, building relationship with the plant, understanding the importance of the plant, understanding with the importance of the soil. Relationship means collective ways of knowing, collective ways of working, relationship ways of collective ways of learning, to explaining how we know the meanings of land from the indigenous people and how we can connect with our formal education with informal education, and relational ways of knowing how to take care of our motherland and environment. Relational ways of working. We started from the childhood, from the family. Once we from the family, from the community, and as a community we together can change the critical education, decolonization, and building sense of community through music in our community garden, building sense of community through our cross-cultural sharing, to how we can build every day. Once I go to the office every morning, I see my plant how it's growing. Once I come back, I see. So it's different kind of spirituality that we cannot explain through multiculturalism. And food sharing, building sense of community through artworks. What kind of artworks and how we should make relationship with art. And food sharing, building sense of community through networking. Networking is so important. Acknowledgement. I would like to acknowledge that this relationship has started with the indigenous people. And if we need to create the belongingness, it has to start from the root people, so that we create the belongingness from the land, people, and also in the same time taking care for our motherland. Thank you.